compiled a list, and by compiled the list, I mean I went to Game Rankings and got the list of the best Game Boy games. Honestly, not a lot of like classic original.
The Game Boy, it's a weird library because they have like a million games on there, and everybody has fond memories of the Game Boy.
Yes, as a physical product.
Yeah, and like we all have memories of like a few games specifically, like Tetris and Pokemon and Super Mario Land and things like that. And maybe like, a random Zelda or a Metroid 2 or like other random ones here and there. But the library is so vast and different that like no two Game Boy collections are exactly the same. So like your favorite Game Boy games are going to be different from your favorite Game Boy games and so forth and so on.
I think that the library isn't as like plentiful as something like an SNES or like a Sega Genesis, but there's a ton of games.
Yeah.
But a lot of them are really bad.
Yeah.
A few of them are absolute classics. Mm-hmm. And the few that are absolute classics, like, drove this, what was the driving force of the Game Boy being such like an iconic thing. Mm-hmm. Also, the fact that it's a portable game system.
Yes, absolutely.
That the hardware itself is kind of what made it as popular as it was. And to be able to play stuff like Zelda and Mario and have it in your pocket.
Yeah.
Even though this thing's massive as all hell. So according to GameRankings.com, the highest rated games, the number one is Link's Awakening. Never played it.
I've played a little bit of it. Like when it was in kiosks at like Toys R Us, especially like when the Game Boy Color remake came out. It's very Link to the Past.
I'm going to say not true that I didn't play it. I played it at E3.
Unless the remake doesn't count.
But that's only got an 89.82 on.
You have to understand though, because this is compiling whatever review outlets were out in 1989.
That's why I sort these reviews by at least. You can at the top it says I sort with at least 5 reviews, because if you do it by 20, which is the default, there's one game and it's Pokemon Fire Red.
Yeah,
or Pokemon Red. Anyway, the number one is Link's Awakening.
But that's like it's a Zelda game, so obviously that's instantly going to be considered a classic.
Right.
So
number 2 is Tetris, which is the Game Boy game.
Damn right. No questions asked. Full stop. Best game on the Game Boy, on the original Game Boy at least. It's the game that sold the Game Boy.
It is.
It came packaged with the Game Boy. I think it was Gunpei Yokoi, the creator of the Game Boy, said, if you want to sell this thing to kids, you package Mario. If you want to sell it to everyone, you package Tetris.
And it worked.
Yes.
Our parents played Tetris.
Yes.
And that's still one of the top best-selling games of all time?
Yes.
Is it the best-selling game? No.
No. One of the Grand Theft Autos is.
It's not Wii Sports. Grand Theft Auto 5 is the best-selling Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah.
I don't know what the number one best-selling game is, though. Wii Sports is also one of the top 5 best-selling games. Tetris, I think they include every version of Tetris.
It's, okay. Minecraft is, as of right now, the best-selling video game of all time.
I didn't even consider that. I just finally bought it.
It beats Tetris by 6 million units.
Is that a lot or a little? Well,
it's not that much, because Minecraft has sold 176 million units and Tetris has sold 170 million units.
That explains why I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I haven't looked in a while. So it basically just beat out Tetris.
Yes.
Like recently.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Tetris, they include every iteration of Tetris ever as the same game because it's the same.
Basically,
it's the same game. That's cool.
Yeah.
So Tetris has been the best-selling game since basically right now. Yeah. The number 3 highest rated game is Pokemon Blue, not even Red.
Well, because this is old and if you look, Blue has 15 reviews, Red has 21, Yellow has 16.
I understand, but I'm saying Blue wins. Well,
okay.
According to Game Rankings, screw you, AJ. Pokemon Red is right underneath that,
and then Pokemon Yellow is right underneath that.
Yeah,
I mean, understandable. Those games were phenomenons. They brought the Game Boy. I mean, the Game Boy wasn't dead, but nobody was really playing it. Like shovelware was coming out for it, and then all of a sudden, everybody got the urge to catch them all.
I'm going to say the definitive version of those 3 games is probably, if we're talking about on the Game Boy,
Yeah.
the Pokemon Yellow is probably the definitive one. And
Probably,
it's
yeah.
got the lowest rating, which is weird.
I mean, again, it's like, culmination of like, who reviewed what and,
Right.
I would say it's roughly the same, but.
I mean, they're all the same game. Yellow just has Pikachu as your starter.
Yeah.
And you get all of the starters given to you throughout, which is all you really want when you're playing these games. Well, at least when I was a kid playing these games, I wanted all the starters on my team. It makes the game a little easier. It also fixes some weird brokenness to it.
Yeah.
Like there's some weird... I don't know exactly what it is, but there's some moves are like totally broken. And stuff, and that's fixed in Pokemon Yellow. Anyway, Donkey Kong?
Yes.
It was number 6?
Yeah, Donkey Kong Game Boy is one of the top 10 best Game Boy games, maybe like top 3. This is a version, so the first 4 levels are basically like a high quality remake of the arcade game. And then level 5 onward to like level 99 are like brand new puzzle based levels where Mario has to find a key and like take it to the other side and open the door, and he's got to do like backflips and somersaults and stuff. It's basically a proto version of the Mario vs. Donkey Kong games, like what those games are on the GBA and the DS. It originated from here, and it's incredible.
Really?
Like I bought it years later, so like we have it. Yeah, we have it.
Oh, you need to bust it out.
I'll tell you, I'm coming over. I'll bring it over next time. But yeah, no, it's incredible. It's one of my favorite Game Boy games. And if you own a Super Game Boy, you plug the little bad boy into your Super Game Boy, it'll have a special color palette just for that game.
Oh yeah, I've heard about that.
Yeah, and it looks incredible.
I never considered playing this.
Yeah.
Apparently, it's made by Pax Softonica.
Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah.
The next one is Motocross Maniacs, which is another one I did not ever consider.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm talking about when I say like all best of Game Boy lists are different. Because there's always going to be some random ass games in there.
Well, this is the culmination of every review ever on the internet.
Right.
Or at least like the most popular reviews.
But honestly, because I was reading another article that had the best Game Boy games, and I don't remember this on there.
Well, that's the thing, is like, it's not that one reviewer's favorite Game Boy game, but it's of all of the reviews of Game Boy games on the internet, this has somehow made it to number 7.
Yeah.
And that's made by Konami.
Yeah.
Number 8 is Castlevania 2 Belmont's Revenge, which is understandable.
Well, it's weird because from what I understand, the first and third Castlevania games on the Game Boy are terrible. Like straight up bad games. And then 2, for some reason, is like actually really good. So that's a surprise.
That's something we need to get.
Yeah.
From Game Changer Mods at Retro Game Expo next week. That's what we'll do.
Yeah.
Number 9 is Super Mario Land, Wario Land.
That's
Super
interesting.
Mario Land 3 Wario Land.
Because that's when everything switched to being, for the series became a Wario series.
Yes.
And the gameplay changed. Like, so it's not so much like typical Mario platforming. It's like Wario just bashes into people.
I'll explain the Mario games in a minute.
Okay.
But number 10 is Bionic Commando.
Interesting, because I didn't know the Game Boy version was any good.
Was the NES version any good?
The NES version is well regarded. It's very difficult.
Okay.
Yeah.
As are most NES games.
The real quick, the remake for 360 and PS3, Bionic Commando Rearmed, also very difficult, but one of the best soundtracks in all of video gaming.
Number 11, if I haven't lost count yet, Super Mario Land 2 6 Golden Coins. And that's only got a 79%. And number 12 is Final Fantasy Adventure, which is supposed to be very good.
Yes.
Our good buddy Greg loves that game.
I'm trying to remember because the Final Fantasy games on Game Boy were like actually like Secrets of Mana or this or that. I forgot which one that is.
It's called something different in Japan, I believe.
Yeah.
What did I say that was? 12?
Yeah.
13 is Donkey Kong Land 2. 14 is Kid Icarus. of Myths and Monsters, and 15 is Metroid 2 Return of Samus.
Yeah.
And then 16 is Super Mario Land 1. Metroid 2 Return of Samus is some people's favorite Metroid game, isn't it?
Really? I thought it was nobody's favorite Metroid game. It's like the forgotten Metroid game.
I think we've had this conversation before. Because, I don't know. I hear a lot about this game.
It's the first one to have save features, and it's the first one
that got remade.
Yeah, recently.
Yeah, because everybody wanted it remade.
Yeah, because like otherwise, because it's never been re-released. You know, it's never been ported. It's never been included in any compilations. So, like, it's been a long time since we've seen Metroid 2.
I want to talk about the Mario games.
Okay.
The first one, Super Mario Land. The first Mario game that had nothing to do with the Miyamoto.
Yes.
He was completely hands off. And it shows.
Yes.
It looks like a cheap knockoff of a Mario game. It's a fun game.
It's very good.
It's good.
Yeah.
It's super weird.
Yeah.
The music's weird. The way it looks is weird. All of the set design is weird.
Yeah. The power-ups are weird. The enemies are very weird.
Power-ups are weird. There's the Super Ball, which people see now in Mario Maker.
Yeah.
There's side-scrolling shooter levels.
Yeah.
Which
is like the strangest part of it. Yeah.
There's 2, I think, side-scrolling shooter levels. It's super weird. And what was it?
Like it's
jumping on a Koopa doesn't work the same way.
Well, no, jumping on a Koopa, like he'll go into his shell, but then he'll explode like a bomb.
Yes, that's what it is. That's what it is. Yeah.
It's like little weird quirks like that.
Yeah.
Where like they were making a Mario game, but they had to make it like distinguished enough to it doesn't get copyright struck, but it still can use the Mario characters.
It seems fake.
Yeah.
It seems like a knockoff Mario game. And then Super Mario Land 2 actually looks like a Mario game.
Yeah.
Mario is much bigger on screen.
Yeah, the sprites are bigger.
It almost
it's
looks
more
like
defined.
Sonic
Yeah.
Chaos. And the level design is like it looks better. Like the environments look better. That has the rabbit hat.
Yeah.
Yeah. The power-ups are still weird, but it's definitely much more of a Mario game. And
Absolutely.
It feels and it controls much more like a Mario game.
Yeah.
And then Super Mario Land 3 is just a Wario game.
Yeah.
As the first
because Super Mario Land 1 introduced Daisy, first game with Daisy. Super Mario Land 2, first game with Wario. And then from there, Wario took over the series pretty much. Because you had Wario Land, Super Mario Land 3, then Wario Land 2, 3, 4, whatever.
Those are good games.
Yes.
I'm a fan.
Yes.
It's good to have Mario in the palm of your hand. And then on the Game Boy Advance, did they start just porting old games?
Yeah, on the Game Boy Advance, the Super Mario Advance series were all just ports.
Super Mario Advanced 4 was Super Mario Bros. 3?
Correct.
Okay. I also have a list of Game Boy Color games, but what did we have for Game Boy? Well,
for original Game Boy?
Original Game Boy.
We didn't have much. I know growing up we had really only Tetris, Gremlins 2, the new batch, and Ren and Stimpy Space Cadet Adventures.
I loved Gremlins and Ren and Stimpy.
Yeah.
Gremlins is one of the worst games I have ever played in my entire life. But I used to love that game.
Yeah, because it's all we had.
But that is a horrible game.
Ren and Stimpy, you get to a point, you get to a level that you absolutely 100% cannot beat. Like
in Ren and Stimpy?
Yeah.
Because in freaking Gremlins,
same thing
happens. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember looking at like at the back of the box in the instruction manual, there's a point where you get to play as Ren. But in the beginning of the game, you play as Stimpy. So like you get to this one level where you have to platform on a computer and you can never make the right jump or things kill you too fast and you cannot beat the game and get to Ren and figure out what the rest of the story is.
In Gremlins, there's a part in like the second level or something that requires a specific power up.
Yeah.
And it's like Mario, if you get hit, you lose the power up. But there's all these things that make you feel like you need to damage boost in order to get past it.
Yeah.
So it's really, really, really hard
to
make it through with the power up to beat the level.
Yeah.
And you don't know that that's how you beat the level because by the time you get there, you're like, what happened? How do I get past this? Because you don't know that you need the power up that you just lost like 30 seconds ago. And it doesn't control like Mario does. It's wonky and weird platforming. So Bad game.
Yes.
Yeah, we didn't have much growing
No,
up. We played a lot of Tetris.
We did.
We played a lot more Game Boy Color.
We did. Yeah, because we were older. We knew more. Like,
Honestly,
we can go out and like.
Most people, I think,
Probably,
played more Game
yeah.
Boy Color.
Yeah, because by then I think everybody was older. Like everybody was more aware. They can go out and get their own games. They can find what games they would want to play.
But last year at the Long Island Retro Video Game Expo, I bought a crap ton of Game Boy games.
Yeah.
And then, like, I think this past year I bought a bunch more. And
Yeah.
they should all be in there.
Yeah, I think they are. So for the rest of the Game Boys games we have, which we eventually got later on down the road, we got Atomic Punk, which is Japanese Bomberman.
Yes. I can't understand a thing that's happening.
Yeah,
It's very...
I didn't think so. Donkey Kong 94, like I was saying, one of the great games on the system. Gremlins 2. Kid Icarus of Myths and Monsters. That's the second Kid Icarus game.
Why did I
Ever.
get that?
I think we got it because it wasn't easy to find back then.
I think
But I don't
you
think that's
told me
true.
to get it.
Yeah.
I think
I might
at the
have.
Game Expo you said get this, and then I just got it.
Yeah, because I don't think it's like readily available as people think it is.
Okay.
Then we have Mega Man, Dr. Wily's Revenge, and Mega Man 2.
Those are very hard.
Yeah.
I mean, they're already hard games,
Yeah.
but they're very hard on the Game Boy. And yeah, there's only, I think, 4 Robot Masters in them.
Yes. Where was I? Pocket Bomberman, which is different from...
One of them's an RPG.
I think that's Pocket Bomberman.
They're not good. The
No.
Bomberman games on Game Boy are not.
Yeah. Hold on, I'm just adding something that I thought was on this list, but it is not for some reason. Then we have Pokemon Blue, Red, and the Japanese Yellow.
Correct.
Classics.
Correct. With new batteries.
Yes.
This Red and Blue we friggin' traded them in for some reason.
I
didn't
know.
even know that. But no, we rebought them and got new batteries, saves in them, and everything. And then
Yes.
at Long Island Retro Video Game Expo, I got the Pokemon Yellow in
Yes.
the box.
Then we have Ren and Stimpy, Super Mario Land, and Super Mario Land 2 Japanese.
Oh, we have the English and Japanese version?
We have the English version of Super Mario Land and the Japanese version of Super Mario Land 2.
Oh, I don't think there's a difference.
Yeah, I don't think so either. Yeah. And then Tetris. And then Toy Story. I got this for my wife because I bought her a Game Boy and I knew she played Toy Story on Genesis, and they're basically the same game,
Oh, okay.
which is impressive.
That is weird. Yeah.
Yeah.
Normally they're developed by 2 completely
Yeah.
different people.
And it's not on here, but I also got her Pac-Man, which is a very good version of Pac-Man. And this is also not on here. I bought myself James Bond 007 for the Game Boy.
I remember that.
Yes. This game, it came around around the same time as GoldenEye. The game is a freaking Pokemon style RPG. Like you have to go around and collect things and bring X to Y and things like that. Yeah, but it's James Bond. It has the music. It
I
has
also got to put the Game Boy camera on there.
I'll do that right now.
I got one, and then it was broken, and then I got another one
Yeah.
at the Long Island Retro Video Game Expo. Yeah, these are all games that are on there. What did you call the Japanese Bomberman?
Atomic Punk.
Yes, that's what it was called.
Yeah.
That's such a cool name.
I know. It's a Van Halen song.
Oh.
I mean, I don't think they named it after that, but
They might have. All right.
all right.
So that's what we had.